A 732-byte Python script owned every Linux box on Earth. Your kernel breaks tonight. By the end, you'll know how to patch it. This is CVE 2026-31431. The internet calls it copyfail, a universal Linux privilege escalation. Here's why it matters. The bug sat in the kernel since 2017. An AI scanner pulled it out last week. The exploit is public. Free. Yes. Right now. It works on every modern distro. A universal Linux LPE is rare. Selling one is a windfall. CrowdFence quotes $10,000 to $7 million. That is the price of one bug. One payday. It is a lot. Trust me. Enough to fund a security team for a decade. Nation-states pay it. Ransomware crews pay it. Bounty programs pay it. Then Theori built an AI hacker. The hacker scanned for 1 hour. It found copyfail. The team dropped the proof on the open internet. For free. With a logo. With a press kit. With a fancy landing page. That is the nerd flex for owning the receipts. At first, kernel people called it AI slop. They called it hype. They called it marketing. The usual security Twitter noise. Then, the Linux kernel team read the code. They confirmed every line. The root cause traces back to 2 normal commits. One from 2015, one from 2017. Old code, bad code. Both passed review back then. Every kernel after that point carries the bug. Debian, Arch, Red Hat, Ubuntu, Fedora. The maintainers also checked the syscaller corpus. The fuzzer never hit it. The bug needs a precise socket setup. Static tools do not model that. If you run a Linux server, patch it now. That is most of the public internet. Every cloud VM, every container host, every Kubernetes node, every CI runner, every build agent. Desktop Linux is on the menu too. Yes, even you. Nobody is wasting a $7 million chain on a tiling window manager. The real targets are cloud workloads, multi-tenant boxes, anything where an attacker already has a low privilege foothold. Most production breaches in the last decade started that way. Now the mechanism. The bug lives behind AFAHLG. AFAAG is Linux's kernel crypto interface. User space talks to it like a socket. Inside that lives a feature called ESN, short for extended sequence numbers. ESN writes 4 bytes of scratch data into a crypto buffer. The buffer should be private. It is not always private. AFAHLG ships with a splice function. That splice can be tricked. The buffer ends up aimed at the page cache, the cache of a read-only file, a file owned by root. Yes, that bad. IPsec uses ESN for replay protection. That is why the feature even exists. Nobody audited the splice cross-buffer side effects. The Python exploit does this in 8 lines. Yes, 8. Open a read-only system file. The first promissive directly both a POC uses /user/bin/su. Hand the file descriptor to AF_ALG. Through splice, ESN writes 4 uncontrolled bytes. Those bytes land in the page cache for that file. The disk file never moves. Integrity checks pass. Package managers see nothing wrong. Tripwire is blind. The kernel keeps serving the corrupted copy from memory. The attacker picks where those bytes go. 4 bytes does not sound like a lot. But su is special. Every Linux box uses su to become root. Patch 4 bytes in the cached image. The next user runs su. That user is now root. The audit log shows a normal login. No file hash changes. No alert fires. Bad. Real bad. The box is fully compromised. Game over for that host. The good news, copyfail is not remotely exploitable. The attacker needs a local foothold first. So this is privilege escalation, not a one-shot remote takeover. Your Arch laptop behind a NAT is probably safe. Patch it anyway. The real victims are servers. An attacker with a low privilege shell. From SSH, from a leaked API token, from a compromised web service running as nobody, or any of the 1,000 ways a foothold lands on a production box every Tuesday. Local only sounds nice. Yes, local is enough. Then you remember, most breaches start with one weak credential. After that, this bug ends the story. Container breakouts work the same way. Get nobody, pivot to root, then mount the host file system. CrowdStrike confirmed it fast. Attackers are firing this in the wild. Fast. Too fast. They saw it in customer telemetry within days. CISA added the CVE to the KEV list. KEV stands for Known Exploited Vulnerabilities. It is the Hall of Fame for bugs burning down companies right now. The window from disclosure to active abuse was under 1 week, shorter than most change management meetings. The funny part is the prompt. Theori did not write a fuzzer. They did not stand up a custom rig. They did not pay 6 months of researcher time. They typed 1 paragraph. Roughly, check the splice path. It can leak read-only cache pages into crypto buffers. Go look. Yes, 1 AI, 1 hour of scan time later. A CVE that breaks 10 years of Linux. 8 years of static analyzers missed it. Syscaller missed it. Human review missed it. The AI found it before lunch. Theori is openly hiring on the back of this CVE. The whole bounty market is taking notes. The implication is uncomfortable. An AI agent with a 1-paragraph brief found a universal Linux LPE in 1 hour. Wild. But real. So the $10,000 gray market floor is the new ceiling, not the floor. Every offensive team on the planet is wiring this loop into their stack. Right now. Every legacy kernel codebase is worth a fresh audit. The cost of a good audit dropped through the floor. So did the cost of weaponizing one. If you ship anything Linux, here is the to-do list this week. Update the kernel on every host. Audit which workloads can reach AFALG. Most servers do not need user space kernel crypto sockets. Disable them at the seccomp layer. Restrict shell access for service accounts, so a compromised web worker cannot pivot to root. Cloud providers should push opinionated app armor profiles. The patches are shipping today. Now, today, this week. The disk is not the problem. The page cache is the problem. Treat memory as part of your attack surface from now on. Add a memory tampering detection rule to your SIEM. Push the change through config management tonight. Do not wait for the security team to file the ticket. The bigger story is about the bug bounty economy. It got rewired in front of us. One AI agent with a thoughtful 1-line prompt outperformed every human auditor who touched this code path. For 8 years. This is not a feel-good moment for machine intelligence. The same model class runs on the other side of the firewall. It is reading your kernel commits. Yes, your code. It is reading your config files. It is reading your closed source patches. Defenders need to assume an AI auditor is reading the same code as the attacker. The discovery window just collapsed. From months to 1 hour. The race is on. Pick a side, then ship the patch. That has been the Code Report. Patch your kernel today. Audit your seccomp rules tomorrow. Check this channel on Friday. The next AI found CVE is already being scanned for. Hit subscribe so you do not miss the drop. Smash that bell. Tell a friend who runs prod. Catch you in the next one.